first, we're gonna throw it up, right? Throw it up. Look at it. 5, 6, 7. Oh, hey, I got a little swag thing with it. Artistic Rebels, let's go. You can follow me at Boyfriend Land on Instagram. I go by Walt, Boyfriend Land, Rowdy Payne.
Darian Savage. I don't prefer nicknames, but I'm the Savage.
Hey, what's going on? This is your girl, your lady, your friend, Brea Jordai. I'm here with you all every single Thursday. I'll say from maybe 6 to 9 o'clock, whenever we jump on this thing. But you all know what time it is. This is the Brea Jordai radio show on 216 The Movement. I have special guests in the building. I am extremely excited to introduce you all to this guest and spread some inspiration. So, who do I have here in this building?
Yo, Walt, aka Boy from the Land.
What's going on, Darian Savage?
Okay, I have Walt and Darian in the building today. Gentlemen, can you just tell us a little bit about yourselves, what you do, what you stand for, why you are here today?
Well, 24 years old. I've been dancing since I was 5, I say. I didn't take it serious till I was like 15, 14. I have a daughter. She is my why. You know, the reason why I'm motivated every day. You feel me? And this guy, he brought me a long way. You feel me? He got me started on a lot of things. So I took it and ran with it. And to this day, I've been really happy, successful in, my work, my craft. Took it real serious, and, this is my Robin now.
I like it. All right.
Like as he said, I'm 24 years old as well. I've been dancing for 10 plus years. Had a pretty early start to my dance career. I started with the Cavs when I was about like 9, 10 years old, and then since then, I knew exactly what I wanted to do and why I did it in the first place. I was blessed with a lot of different opportunities as I grew up, and I already knew I already was a very selfless person. So I wanted to basically just give back to Cleveland, and basically I made my business known as Artistic Rebels. That's basically why I do it, just to basically give back to my community, help dancers that didn't have the same opportunities that I had growing up, and I just love giving back. So
Okay, so Artistic Rebels. This is where we are right now, right? This is your dance company, right?
Yes.
That you two have a partnership with, and you are building this up, something to recognize the creative dancers in our city,
Right.
and beyond our city as well, but starting in our city, right?
Yeah, creatives overall, not even just dancers, but just in the arts period, because we have different departments that we focus on to help bring creatives along to collaborate with. So aside from dance and entertainment, we also have what is it called? Media. Media. So we do photography, videography. We have people in the past that have worked with us and for us that have been in that field. Walt himself, he does that as well. He can touch on that a little bit if he wants to.
Right, yeah, just giving a lot of artists different platforms, if you want to be a photographer or videographer, a dancer, singer, whatever, we have all that. You could get trained in all that stuff, Me coming up, I was only focused on dance, you feel me, and I studied under a guy named Drew Benton, and he taught me a lot, and just, being behind him in different works. Even if he didn't teach me, I still studied, the way he moved. And that really brought me to where I'm at in visuals and going to school for graphic design. Try to see, just touching that field, So just being men in different hats, it really helped a lot in the long run. Because if I do stop dance tomorrow, I still have something else to do today.
Right. Okay. We're gonna get on how important that is. We'll come back to that. I guess I want to know what got you all Darian, what got you started in dance? Was this something were you dancing in your mom's womb? How did you get here?
Basically, I was
right.
I basically was told that my dad, he actually used to dance back in the day.
Okay.
And I
Pops
first
got it.
right.
That's how he had you.
Realized right. That's how I first realized like that I had it. Basically, like the stereotypical like story. I was watching Michael Jackson. I'll never forget it. It was the song "Rock My World."
Okay.
And I saw his mimic his stuff, and my mom was like, "No, you're really good at that." Your father used to dance too. I was like, really? So then one time my dad came. I was like, Dad, watch this. And I did the little wave for the first time. He was like, whoa. He was like, oh shit. Okay, all right. Okay, I know where you got that from. So he used to always have like little battles at the house and stuff.
Wow.
And then he actually was the first person I did my first show with when I was in 4th grade. It was a talent show.
Really? With your father?
Yeah, I was super nervous.
That's awesome.
At first I was gonna do it by myself. And he was like, you want me to do it with you? And I was like, yeah. So, we finally did it together and stuff. Of course, at that time, I thought I was like the best dancer ever. And I saw the video like years later. I was like, good Lord.
We all had those.
Yeah.
Wow. So your family really encouraged that. Like they saw something in you.
Oh,
and okay, so did they have you like in dance classes and things like that? When they saw like, okay, he's interested in this at a young age. He's good.
Right.
Yeah, they tried to actually. I only had one class. I'm a very self-taught dancer.
Okay.
I only had 1 or 2 classes. And at the time, I was very fortunate. It was the old entertainment director for the Cavs. Her name is Jamie Taylor.
Wow.
And I was there, and she saw how I was dancing and stuff like that. I was only like 7 or 8 at the time. And she was so impressed. She was like, so you've never been taught before or anything like that? And I said, no. Just used to watch You Got Served all the time.
Wow.
Old movies.
Classic.
Mimic their moves and stuff like that. So at the time, she told me about the Screen Team. I don't know if you ever been to like the Cavs game and stuff. That's basically a hip hop team for the Cavs. And at that time, that's when they were actually being like formed during that time. So this was like when it was the Gund Arena, not the Quicken Loans, not Rocket Mortgage.
Yeah.
So she told me about them, and she said, I want you to basically come to a Cavs game. And of course, at the time, I didn't know what she was saying. I'm just like, okay, I'll come. Yeah.
Right.
So she was like, I'm going to talk to your mom. Don't worry about it. So I ended up going there, dancing with the Screen Team at halftime. And this was like the first time they actually had a kid like dance on the court.
Just off top, you were the kid that they had do that.
Yeah, it was me and this other
crazy.
kid. And then afterwards, they were so impressed. The following year, that's when they made Cavs Kids, which is now Cavs Minis. So, yeah.
Wait! You can't just go over that like that. So they created a Cavs like mini dance team because of you, and like maybe another younger dancer.
Yeah. And I never knew that.
Crazy.
I never knew that. Until
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Okay, now. All right.
Because I joined Screen Team for the first time actually last year, and I did a full year of it. And they were educating me on so much that happened since like I came back to it.
Wow.
And they told me that. I never knew that until I got back on the team. And then it was like, this is the reason why.
Somebody owe you a check, sir.
I'm saying.
Yeah, somebody gonna work that out for
Right.
you, for
Hey,
real.
reach for that check.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Okay, how has your experience been since you've been back now?
Well, I did it for a full year.
Okay.
At the time, even then, like, I didn't feel like a rookie because technically I still was a rookie to it because I did the Cab Kids for 3 years.
Okay.
So from 06 to 09. After that, that's when I did my solo career. Was with different groups, learned a lot of different stuff like marketing, different stuff like that.
Wow.
So when
At
I
a
did,
young age, working.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, definitely. So by the time I got back on Screen Team, I was very like just humbled and like appreciative to be in like where I first started. So on the team, basically like I had the mindset of a vet. That's what they were telling me because I wasn't afraid to speak my mind.
Okay.
I was really not by the book, but just like I had like a different type of respect for the organization, basically just because that's where I started. So for me, it was just surreal. Honestly, it was one of the best times of my life. Like I really didn't give. I'm about to cuss. I
You can
didn't even
express
care.
yourself.
I didn't even care about the money
You
at
can
that point.
express yourself.
It was just like for me, that was just a childhood dream.
You're doing what you love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Okay. And when did that point come when you're like, okay, maybe I can start my own thing? Like, how did that come across?
Ooh, that's a very good question. So, when I was 18, I tried out for the screen team. I actually made it, but I quit. That's when I was starting college.
Okay.
And I told them that I would come back that following year. So, I was 19. I'm 24 at the time now, but I was 19 at the time when I tried out the second time. I was kind of big-headed and kind of like, like I'm a shoo-in, y'all know me, I got this.
Okay.
And basically, like, I put my foot in my mouth.
Okay, you was like, put some respect on me, I've been around here.
Yeah,
okay.
And it was just like, you didn't really do enough to where, like, we could say you made it. Like, we know what you can do, but you had to still display it. That's basically what I got from it now. Back then, I didn't really understand that, and that's why I said I had to mature and stuff like that.
Wow,
so,
good for you.
Yeah, so when I got denied, at first I did have like a kind of a bitterness to it. I was like, okay, I've known y'all for years, this is that and the third, like, okay, I'm just gonna do my own thing, like, everything not just about screen team. So coming from that bitter mindset and then like really kind of, thinking about it, I was just like, okay, X out screen team, that's them. Maybe I really could do my own thing, and like for the right reason, not just because I didn't make it. Because like I said, I did meet a lot of different dancers that didn't have the opportunity that I did and stuff like that. So that's why I ended up making Artistic Rebels. That's not the why, but it just so happened to be like it came because of that. Because I'm pretty sure if I did make Screen Team, I probably wouldn't have made AR and like really been in the community as much as I have, because it's very time consuming working with the Cavs. So
I believe it. Yeah. So it's actually a good thing you were able to carve out your own lane and still can go back and do what you need to do for the city.
Yeah, because when I actually did come back, they were very they knew of us, so they had a different respect for me.
Yeah.
So it was, I feel like it needed to happen.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so Walt, when did you two meet? Like, how did this partnership come into play?
Oh man, I'd say back in 2013. I met Darian, and he had another partner named Damon.
Okay.
I think they were High Life at the time. High Life Entertainment, yeah. High Life at the time, and I seen him, and this is when I was getting like super into choreography. Like I was such a freestyler before then, but getting super into choreography and getting down with that. And he came to one of my classes I had with a girl named Autumn. She goes by Antonio Gold on Instagram.
Okay.
And him and Damon came. It was like, who's these two kids at the class? Like, they really getting down. Like, they hard for real.
Yeah,
they had it. So I was meeting him throughout that year, and it was a show I had did called Best of the Best. I see him there. He was still getting down or whatever. So I'm like, oh, they really hard. And they had this first cypher. It was the first Cleveland cypher I went to, and I loved it so much that I had him up that next day. I was like, yo, bro, I gotta be with you guys. Like, what's up? And he was like, hey, come try out. We may have a spot for you.
Okay,
like,
so
sure.
You had to try out and everything.
I had to try out.
You ain't just walk in.
It was no easy path.
You had to earn your place.
It was no easy path for me. Matter of fact, the whole road to now, it was never an easy path. I had to work to where I had to get to now. You feel me? So I had to go to Warrensville High School. I remember like it was yesterday. Warrensville High School. We were down in their workout room and walked in. There was a whole bunch of dancers around. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it. Forget it. They had me try out. Had to do a little count, freestyle, and went through that whole process. After we all got that done. Come to find out, I made it. I'm like, yo, let's go. Time to get it. So the road started from there, and it was so much adventure. So from there, I could go on and on about the stories we had.
Right.
It's just been, like I said, it's been growing me. It's been experience. Number of opportunities for me. Growing up, it was kind of different for me. I never had classes.
Okay.
My parents couldn't afford classes.
Got you. Okay.
Well, my mother couldn't afford classes, and I was just I was looking at dance videos like Amari, Chris Brown.
So that's how you taught yourself how to
really
dance.
Self-taught like crazy. I was really self-taught. YouTube or matter of fact, people around me Whatever
Really?
style was around was, in my high school, no, middle school days was like Soulja Boys,
Yeah.
People was hitting it different, so I got creative with it. I hit it different. So it was like, oh, you rougher. Like, you know what? Let me go ahead and keep doing it.
Yep.
Jerking days came around, remember jerk,
Mhm.
I was
All
pin
of them
dropping it like
dances.
crazy. And pin drop. That was me. I was that kid that always had to, the swag dance.
Always dancing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just couldn't afford classes till I actually made a way for me to actually do, classes myself, go to hip hop classes or go to whatever style classes was in town, you feel me? So that was my way of improving myself.
Wow.
Not just, Darian was like more, it was a lot of people down the road where I learned from, but Darian got me that start,
Staying a student of the game.
Yeah, staying a student.
I think
Even
that's
when you become a
amazing.
teacher. Yeah, even when you become a teacher. This is for everybody. If you're a teacher, you're always gonna be a student.
For sure. Facts.
You never stop learning. You
That's
feel
the
me?
truth
You
right
never
there.
stop learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was just my road.
Okay.
With him. Yeah, just from there, I was just so happy to be keep it going
Yep.
in my
Getting better and better,
yeah,
developing
bigger
your
and better. Everything I did, everything I have done, and being with him, making money together,
Right.
moving together,
Right.
that was just me.
It's been an up and up type of thing.
Yeah,
I think
for
that's
sure.
amazing. I'll have to say, okay, so I absolutely love dance. I wouldn't say I'm like the best dancer ever, but I mean, obviously I can move. Like, you know what I mean?
We not the best either.
We are kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's such a talent and such a skill. Like, I just say that, like, to say that. Like, that is such a skill set that is crazy to me. What is you guys, like, focus? Is it hip-hop dance? Are you, for people that want to join that may do different types of dances, where can they fit in with Artistic Rebels? Is there a space for a different type of dance with you all?
Yeah, we're diverse.
Okay.
Yeah, very open.
Our foundation was built off hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
but we've had different dances in the past that did like contemporary, jazz, funk, different stuff like that. We helped get them jobs before.
Okay.
Like I said, it's just for creatives for all over. So yeah, it's not just like strictly for just hip hop dancers. I mean, predominantly here in Cleveland, that's like what's like in.
Yes.
I would say when it comes to like consistencies of shows, they look for like the hip hop, different stuff like that. But we like to like change the narrative with a lot of different stuff with our performances, and that's why we stuck out a lot. Even going back to when I had High Life Entertainment before I made AR, that's one thing that they said was different. Like we used to tell stories and like have different skits and with our performances to like make the audience like laugh or just
Wow.
to stand out for real. So
Okay,
yeah.
so tell me this. How long does it take to like create a routine? How do you all come up with your routines together? Like, I want to know, like, how do you
man.
come up with with it? How long does it take to practice and master it to be able to perform it in front of
man.
an audience?
It's
What is that like?
man, to get in the kitchen with that one, I tell you right now, I'm very picky
Okay.
about my movement and the songs I choose.
Okay. Do you just know it when you hear the song that this is a song I'm going to dance to?
Yes. See, it's weird for me because I know a lot of people go through this create part like a different process. So what I have to do sometimes, I have to sit down and actually listen to a track. And in my head, envision the way I'm moving. Get
Really?
up, then stay in the pocket. My pocket's like little movement, where it's like, okay, I want to go here with it, I want to go there. If I don't get it, I'll
So
think I
you
like this move.
take
It's
your
like
time.
that.
You're not just like
Yeah.
just out. No, you're.
I don't get up and
actually-
move. I just sit down, get up, like envision it, kind of place it out, and then actually try it, full out try it. So that's really my process, and
Okay.
it's real picky when it comes down to that. So
What about you, Darian?
When it comes to like constructed pieces for me, it's kind of the same thing. I'm really just not getting back into doing it because with me, I kind of took a step back from dancing to like focus on the business side of like marketing, different stuff like that. So with him, that's why a lot of times he's like the creative director when it comes to a lot of stuff with AR now and the other people that are involved in AR. Like just different stuff they learned from me over the years and stuff like that. Like I'm able to kind of just take that step back now and let them basically delegate it to them, and then like see them like grow up in their own creative process, like how Walt is now. because he definitely passed me up like on the choreography side and stuff like that. Like,
Really?
Oh, stop it.
for real, like a lot of them have. So it's just like for me, because I've been teaching since I was like since I was 14. So
Really?
like yeah, I actually hate teaching. Like no offense, like to
I was going to
anybody.
ask you if you were more interested in teaching or dancing yourself, since you've been more so on the business side lately.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I say I hate it because I've done it for so long, and it's
Okay.
like I've had so many different studio opportunities, jobs before, teaching in churches before, just anything like here, like you can think of. I've basically done it before to the point where I had so many jobs. I have to delegate it to like people in my team or just people
Gotcha.
outside of it. Like it was just too much. And
Well,
I
the fact
noticed.
that you can do that is awesome.
Thank you.
That's,
Yeah,
that's
it
a
definitely
sign
is
of
a
a
blessing.
good businessman
Thank
right
you.
there.
Yeah, it definitely is a blessing. And like I said, I studied the formula when it comes to stuff like the way I teach. I like to teach the terminology and like the history with the stuff that I teach. So like
Wow.
a lot of style training. I'll tell them what the move is, how you can like explore it when you go home, like to learn more about the style, where it originated from, just so the kid can be like, okay, I learned the counts, but like I really want to learn more about this style.
And that is
Right.
really important.
Yeah.
That's so important. Whatever style you're teaching, like make sure they
I
know
would
the
say
terminology and everything. You know,
Yeah.
nowadays in the industry, you have people that's teaching like certain moves in hip hop, but they don't know what it is because it look cool. You feel me? But
Yeah.
I don't want to.
No, that's real. Talk about it.
Kind of hit a
Seriously.
spot
That's
right
how
there.
you
You
know
had to hit a
something for
spot.
real.
And that's like a
Okay.
huge that's like a huge thing that's going on in the industry now, like the mainstream dance industry. A lot of people are just like kind of, what is the word I want to say, exploiting the culture. Like they're just
Wow.
like they learn like the LA different style, like the speed dancing, the swagginess, and they just up there already. And then you ask them like, okay, what's a boogaloo? What's a
See,
six
yep,
step?
I don't know what none of that
They like, oh, that's like, oh, it's this and that. They contradicting themselves, or they just like sound
They don't
like
really know what they're
illiterate.
talking about.
Like, what are you saying? Like in a real like person that get down for real, like in the battle world, or like a real choreographer, they know their history, like the elements of hip hop, different stuff like that. They could be like, yo, he is whack.
is. Right. You don't
Just-
even know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
He's
like
just
it's
talking.
like so. The culture right now is just, to me, it's just up and down.
Okay.
And it's like only a few people that really like stuck to the roots and like the real way you're supposed to teach. So I really,
So let's talk about that then.
Yeah.
I want to know who are the dancers that inspire you all? Like who?
oh wow.
Like who are the dancers? Because we talked a little bit about this off camera. I didn't know so much. I love dance, but I don't know where to go to see a dance show. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you.
And that's, like I said, that's exactly the reason why we host the events that we do. Just going back to your question, so like for me, a dancer that inspired me to like really start doing choreography more and like just overall like expressing myself and being like kind of vulnerable in my craft. Ryan Puspos, he's not as active how he used to be. Him, Ian Eastwood, those two right there, they were like two of the main like pivotal dancers like
Okay.
that kind of really pushed me because they were so creative with their stuff and like so innovative in their passion behind their movements and stuff. It was just so different. Ryan Puspos, because he was so clean, like his lines, just everything, and then Ian with his
I have to check
expression.
him out.
They're amazing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna sound so cliche, but growing up, you know, you had the Chris Brown. You
That's
know,
what
you
I was
had
gonna
them
say.
Jay.
No,
I'm talking
no Chris
dancers,
Brown?
dancers.
Yeah,
we can talk
but
about
you
that.
know, actually, like
He's
once
dope.
you go
Oh, yeah.
deep into
We'll
it,
definitely talk
once you go
about that.
deep into the dance world, and having people in your environment grow you up, you start to mold to those people and what they teach you, and you know, just the people I look up to. One of them is my mentor. He goes by Paul Carpenter.
Okay.
Pay, you know, by many names. He goes by many names. He's actually in the live right now.
Shout out to Paul
Hey,
Carpenter.
Paul, what's good? What's good? The humble builder. He's definitely the GOAT in my eyes. And
Definitely.
you know, I have a few other top 5, but you know, he's definitely the one that taught me a lot. You know, just building myself as a dancer, not even just physically, but mentally.
Yes.
And to walk throughout life, you know, it really changed me. You feel me? As a father, as a person,
Yeah.
dancer, anything, I could say, yeah, Chris Brown, Marion, this and that, but like, once you really get into it, those people that surround you, those people are really the people that you look up to.
Yeah.
It may
for
not
sure.
be one person, but it's an environment, those body, it's a family that we have, a whole family. Darian's in that family. My friend Zay, he's in that family. Paul, he's in that family. It's like this family that you look up to.
You are the company
grow.
you keep.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
you have a family growing up in your house. Wherever you stay. You become that person.
Yep.
And that's who you look up to. Really.
Yeah, I hear that. Okay, so and it sounds like to me what like dancing seems like almost like a getaway for you, like a meditation in a way.
Oh,
like it's something that's your way.
Definitely. I don't even care. Like when I get off work, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I don't care. I have to dance. I have to
Wow.
train. This is the thing I have to do. This is daily. He'll FaceTime me like, "What you doing? Training, sweating,
Wow.
training." You feel me? It's a meditation for sure. I teach it. I breathe it. I live it. I love it. I like it. Whatever you want to do, I'm with it.
I heard that.
Whatever you want to dance with it. We could talk dance all day.
Yeah.
But that's me. That's my meditation right there.
Has anyone ever tried to discourage you gentlemen from dancing?
Oh yeah.
All the time. What?
That actually correlates back to when you like brought up Chris Brown and stuff. So for me, like my individual journey coming up as a dancer, like I struggled at first. Like when I first started off in dancing, like everybody was like for it, like up until like middle school. By that time, people were kind of saying like, "Oh, dancing is gay. This is that and the third."
Wow.
For a guy.
How do you deal with that? Talk about it.
So like at the time, I was kind of like up in debate if I wanted to do sports. So when that started to come into play, like people saying like, "Oh, I was gay for dancing" and stuff like that, I said, "Okay, let me try football." Like I had a thing for it. I was pretty good at it. I did it all the way up until my 10th grade year of high school. So the reason I stopped that was because I had two major injuries. I had dislocated my I had a fracture in my wrist, and then I sprained my wrist.
Wow.
And then that year, I had dislocated one of my fingers. So 3 in total. So I was just kind of taking that as a sign, like from God, like okay,
do what you love.
Yeah, go over there.
Mm-hmm.
You're good here.
Did you even enjoy football?
Yeah, I
or
loved
did you
it.
feel like you were doing it solely because, like the pressure of people feeling like, no, don't do dancing. You need to be playing sports. Like what?
Yeah.
As I was doing it, that kind of left. I knew that was the original reason I did go there. That and because my brother was doing it, he was exceptionally good at it. Like he was sports, I was more so the dancer, like the artistic one. And the more I did football, I did realize like I was pretty good at it, like more so defensive wise and stuff like that. Like kind of living up to his legacy when I got there, and it also created like a rep for me already outside of dance. So it was kind of different, and I liked it.
Okay.
So if I wasn't dancing, I probably would be doing football or marketing. So yeah, I would say I did enjoy the process, but in the end, God was showing me like this is not my calling.
Yeah.
He showed it in a pretty hard way, but like at the end of the day, everything happened for a reason. And I'm glad I did do what I did, because as soon as I did get out of football, that's when I started joining like my first dance crew. Compare Michael Jackson and Chris Brown. For me, they did the most for the dance culture, like putting on different dancers to like videos, different projects. Those are the main two people you hear about in the industry more so than anybody, because they were most consistent. So yeah, those two definitely had a big like play in my life as far as like keeping up with my artistry as a dancer. And then like we're talking like local legends, of course, like he said, Paul, Donald. I met Donald when I was a part of the Cavs, and he's like one of my
Donald ISO, the ball head man. Oh man,
yeah, he's been one of my mentors for the longest. It's an extensive list for me, because I like I said, I had the opportunity to meet so many dancers coming up, but those two very special people, because they're like more consistent in my life that I see on an everyday basis, just about. And they check on me here and there.
Okay. So those your OGs.
Yeah, definitely.
That's dope.
And Paris.
Okay. All right now. Shout out to all of them then.
Definitely.
So tell us what's the vision 5 years from now? Where do you see yourselves? And where do you see Artistic Rebels? Like what can Cleveland expect from you two? And right now, you're putting it out there, and we see that you are the ones that are carrying the torch for this. You are the next generation of this. Obviously, the time is now when you're doing it. So 5 years from now, where you are at is going to be important to the dancers in Cleveland, in my opinion, and the expansion of it. So, I mean, what are your plans?
Individually, 5 years from now, I'll be teaching a master class in Beijing, in France.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
You feel me? I'm speaking into existence now.
Talk about it. Shoot.
That's
We got
always,
it on camera.
Yeah, that's always been my goal, really, to teach, overseas and, places I just always look at on the gram or on YouTube. You feel me? Like, I really want to be that voice. I look at dance as like I'm in church in a way. If I'm the pastor and I have this congregation to preach to, I look at dance like, okay, I'm here to give you a part of my story and to hear your testimony and for you to dance with me and vibe out. I just don't want to do this here. I want to do this across seas. I want to spread love throughout everywhere, throughout the United States and, other continents. It's like I want to do my thing everywhere and spread the love. Just spreading my way of preaching, and
I love it.
That's my dance.
Okay. Yeah, I think you need to open up a dance school.
Right.
Talking to existence now.
Just saying.
A dance school, yes.
Yeah. What about you, Darian?
5 years from now, definitely out of Cleveland. No offense, just because I feel like in order for me to give the best version of me, I have to experience way more out of Cleveland, just so I can have different experiences and knowledge to give back to people here. So for me, out of Cleveland, see, that's the thing.
Where do you want to go?
Out of the country, because I really just got into traveling, so it's no real places that I have specifically that I want to go. I'm just open to really anything. Just I just want to get those different experiences, see what it's like. Because the different places that I have been so far is Atlanta, New York. I had the opportunity to go to California. Just the main kind of dance capitals of the world. New York, that was a great experience. We had the pleasure of having what we had our Cypress here. We were able to bring it to New York.
Really?
Shout out to NY. Shout out to NY. Y'all showed us much love.
That's dope.
Yeah, we had the opportunity there. We met a lot of dope dancers and stuff. Even people from New Jersey came out. We met some people from there. It was a great experience. We had a Cleveland versus New York cypher, so we were able to showcase just a little bit of handful of talent that we have here.
Yes.
Which is Cleveland, even though it's small, the dance community is huge.
Is it really?
Yes, and we're
wow. How do they receive us in other cities?
Ooh. Well,
are we good?
We just came from Chicago 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks.
And Ian Eastwood himself, who's one of the main industry dancers now, said that Cleveland has killers.
Really?
We really...
Anywhere we go, we stand out.
Yeah, we stood out so much. There was only
So these artists that need dancers in their video, they need to be looking in Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We definitely have some of the hottest dancers, huh?
Yeah, definitely shout out to Tiana Taylor, put us on plenty of
Tiana
times.
Taylor was definitely putting
MGK,
people on in Cleveland, right?
Tiana Taylor, MGK. Those are two mainstream artists that we worked with. Down to earth, cool, especially Tiana.
That's dope.
She's major shout out to her.
How was that experience working with her? She's hardworking.
She's so humble,
so down to earth. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness! You would think she's some bougie, real loud person, but no. When you get to meet her, she's really cool as a person, funny.
She seemed
funny
dope
as heck.
Yeah,
she's really cool. Just working with her was dope.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah. For me, she already knew us coming into the auditions and stuff, because at the time, like I said, Cleveland is small when it comes to different aspects, depending on how you look at it, as far as collectives as crews, different stuff like that. And then as a scene as a whole, that's what I'm saying, we're real macro.
Yeah.
So when we came to auditions, just from us promoting our name and seeing it consistently, she was able to remember it. So she was okay, you guys are AR, that's Elevated, that's Wolfpack, because at the time he had his own crew at the time too. So it was real easy for her to identify as my face. and build that little repertoire with her. And then as the days went on, because she had auditions, then when she had like the practices for a music video, and then after that she had a concert at the Agora. So at those times we were able to develop like a real good personal relationship with her.
Wow.
To the point where she even asked us to open up for her at her concert at the Agora.
Really? So you all got a chance to do that?
Yeah.
That's
And then
awesome.
Afterwards, we were able to go downstairs with her entourage, say hello to her mom. I actually held her baby. Like,
Are you serious?
I was so
You
nervous.
held little Junie?
I was like,
Junie,
oh my
Juju.
goodness. I was like, oh,
Get out of here, that's
yeah, I gave him back
crazy.
real quick. I said,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
I was like, okay, that's dope.
Right.
But no, she's super down to earth. The thing for me that was real special and let me know like I was really like putting in work here and it wasn't in vain. Like she came up to me. This is the day of the video shoot. I'll never forget this. I was at the bar. Because I came there late because I just got the time and stuff, the information pretty late. Got there, hurry up, taking my stuff off. So this person comes up behind me. She was like, hey, Darian. Turn around, it's Tiana Taylor. I'm like, oh, hey.
Wow,
hey,
how did that feel?
I played it on so smooth. I was like, oh, hey, T. I hugged her. I was behind her like, yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Right.
You know, but at the time, I was just like, wow, just wow. So,
That's crazy.
yeah, man. Just one thing
Hard work.
one thing I would say is just like you never know who's watching you guys. Just stay consistent and be you, whatever you're doing. Just,
Whatever you do.
man, that was crazy.
Okay. One thing I absolutely need to know is what is like the workout regimen for a dancer? Like, are there specific foods or diets that dancers go on?
So one thing
Not
I
even
tell
trying
my
to be funny.
one thing I tell my students is to stretch every day.
Okay.
Every morning, as soon as you wake up, stretch. Water, plenty of water. Watch any greasy fast food, just to process, and make sure you watch all that stuff. But yeah, plenty of water, stretch every morning. It should be good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, definitely stretching. For me, because specifically just for the stuff that I do, like I'm more known for like athletic stuff like flips, b-boying, breakdancing, stuff like that. So I definitely recommend the regimen of like just stretching every day. That's something I'm starting to get back into. And just working out consistently and stuff. Just because the amount of work I do, I'm either asleep or I'm working. So I'm really just starting to get back into working out. So I'll be real with you guys on that. It's not easy to do, like being consistent with that. But
Yeah.
I definitely, if I can like say it, I would definitely recommend it for everybody. Like stay just in shape as much as possible. Like you said, watch what you eat for your stamina reasons, different stuff like that, because you definitely don't want to feel older than what you really are.
I hear that. That's facts right there, for real.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us when is your next shows, so people can come out. When is the next event that we need to come out and make sure we support? How can people reach you all if they just want to join, if they want lessons or anything?
Got you. So our next event is November 30th, which is next Saturday. It'll be from 5 to 8. It'll be the first ever Cleveland edition panel discussion, strictly just for the dance community. And it's basically to just create a different platform to bring awareness to our culture. So basically bringing different activists that are like old, current, that are basically like paved the way for the dancers here. Is basically to like I said, just bring that awareness, to fill in gaps with history, meet the people that actually like contributed to hip hop and just the culture overall here in Cleveland.
Okay.
Have all the different creatives that basically just are doing the same thing just in their different ways. Have them in one room to just really bring that collaboration together, and then hopefully this would create a different just dynamic for Cleveland, like better jobs, collaborations with different organizations,
That's amazing.
investments for different companies, because there's a lot of different investors that are interested in this event once I proposed it to them that are coming out to it. Again, that's November 30th, next Saturday from 5 to 8. It'll feature OGs from the old generation that are still like current now, and then like new generation leaders like myself, Walt, Rose, Davi, Sammy Mack. It's a lot of different people. I don't want to drop everybody's name.
No worries, and all the information we can find it on your page, right?
Yes.
Okay. We will be able to find it on your page closer to the event day, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
My
perfect.
My Instagram is Darian_Savage. Our business page for Artistic Rebels is @Artistic Rebels. And I'll let Walt speak on his.
Yeah. Well, my event's coming up. You know, it's not too much. You know, everything else is just visuals. A lot of visuals dropping for the rest of this year. But my first event coming up is actually a collab class for the fans and the supporters.
Ooh.
It's a little special. It will be December 8th. That is a Sunday, guys.
Got it.
That's definitely a Sunday. That's my last class of the year, December 8th. It will be held at Extreme Studio. So be sure to check out on my page on details. And I'll be having a performance in Columbus. So if you're willing to drive 2 hours or more, come to Columbus. You will see a banger performance. You will see some familiar dances that you was hyped to in your little bedroom in your house.
Right.
You know, bouncing to. But yeah, December 8th and December 14th. All the information is on my page at Boyfriend of Land. So be sure to check it out. Put your post notification on. Check my story out because information is dropping really soon. And yes, I will be at the panel discussion too as well, answering any questions you need to know. How to get into training, whatever you want to know, anything.
Dope. I'll be there as well on Saturday at that panel discussion, just showing support. And I think it's awesome. It's dope. I'm super excited. Hopefully I can learn some dance moves.
Oh, yeah.
And when I'm in the building, so definitely ready for that. Is there anything that you all want your fans and the people following you, people watching this that are so inspired by you too? Is there a message that you just want to put out there to the people?
For my people, just take whatever class there is close in town. Don't just say, don't pick and choose what you want to take. Take any class. Cleveland, like you said, Cleveland is really small, but we're big as a whole. Make sure you take every class that cross your path. If it's in your time frame, take it.